Now, I know this title is a double entendre, but I mean figurative mouse traps that I'll be discussing in this video, but also avoid the other type as well. But as I said in my post about being a high value man being easy, at this day and age, you just have to not be a total degenerate in order to be above average or rank up in society, to have success. To me, not being a total degenerate is easy because it's become habit. I have very high standards for myself. I've gotten used to it. But when I look at the world, I can only assume it's actually pretty difficult for the average person, I suppose. But that's a good thing for you because you just put in a little bit of effort, you're gonna make it. Okay, that's how it is now. You just need to put in a bit of effort. It's not like how it was before, which I'll get into more into later. And once you break it down, you realize there's just a bunch of traps set up. That's really all it is. It's very difficult not to do well in life when you avoid these traps. All right. It's very difficult to mess up your life and not be successful when you avoid these traps. So what are the traps? It could be stuff like explicit content. That's a trap. Playing video games all day. Scrolling on social media all day. Being afraid to take risks. Those are all traps. Now, these traps are a bit different. So there's ones that are obviously like mouse traps, like with cheese on them, you know. The the explicit content's like ooh boobies, ooh dopamine, all this stuff. Like the cheese is obvious. Like you can obviously tell there's cheese on this mousetrap, and when you eat it and you go for it, bam, it closes on you. But other ones are a bit more discreet, like comfortability. So not taking risks. So example, you see a girl that you like, and like, she's so hot. I can't talk to her. How can I talk to her? I'm a little Timmy. I'm a little geek. Like that, you're taking the cheese. Although it's a bit different. But you're still taking the cheese, and that trap's going to close on you. There are tons of these traps all over the place. But thankfully, when you're smart and you educate yourself, it's easy to avoid them. It's easy to at least see them. But the even better part is that it's not like an actual mousetrap where, if the mouse gets caught in it, he's dead or severely disabled. You can get caught by a trap and you can still, wiggle yourself out. I would like to expand on this by saying it's like playing right now. The world is like playing chess against a below average bot. Okay, against this below average bot, you can make some mistakes. You can make mistakes. You can even make some blunders. Like you can mess up pretty badly against a below average bot, and still win, as long as you actually think and you try. As long as you try, actually try. It's very very hard to lose to a below average bot. You have to try to lose. You have to put in no effort in order to lose this below average bot. Compared to how it was before. Before, like, when you had to go out hunting, there was no refrigerators, no showers, there was no sanitation, there was no none of that. All right? And I think I talked about some of the videos. I think it was like, for every woman, there were like, for every one man that reproduced, there was like 12 that did, or something like that. Some crazy number like that, or maybe even 20 to 50. I don't remember. Back then, it was like playing as a grandmaster. Like you made one mistake, you get eaten by an animal, or you would die from some infection because you cut yourself and you got infected, and there was no way to treat it. Literally, some people would be, they would hunt animals all day, they would do good, and then one day, like they would scrape up a tree branch and they get a big cut, and then it gets infected. You don't have any alcohol, you don't have anything to treat it. You die from that little mistake. Like that little cut nowadays would be nothing. Like little kids do that all the time and they're fine. But no, that could literally kill you back then. So life was like playing as a grandmaster bot, and they were still able, and that was for generations. They still were able. All your ancestors were able to reproduce, and yet people like little Timmy, all their ancestors came up to him, and then he just gives up on the chessboard. He just takes a, like it gets so much easier for him on the chessboard. Then he just whips his ball, just whips his cock out and just pisses all over the chessboard. It just gives up. It's like, oh, just all over the board. Doesn't even try. And he loses the game to a below average bot when his ancestors beat the grandmasters. Imagine that. Imagine wasting your life like little Timmy. Little Timmy's a geek. So like I said, avoid traps and just try. Just try. Just try and you'll be successful. How successful? Who knows? Okay? But you will be successful as long as you try to avoid these traps. And if you do fall into one of these traps, it's like making a mistake in chess. Like, okay, I made a mistake. What's the next best move here? Okay, I made this mistake. Okay, that's his move. Okay, the best move here is this. My best move is that. Then you're back into the game because you're playing against a below average bot. It's not like how it used to be when you're Grandmaster. You make one mistake and you lose. You're dead. It's not like that anymore. So avoid traps, and yes, both types of traps.